Hello, I'm Ilmi with the matrix number of AE2000037, and I will be explaining to you the SLD as you single line diagram. Now, as you can see, we have here our 60 ampere main switch. We have our main circuit breaker, which is 12 amperes. Each and every one is 12 amperes, and connected to six individual rooms with each different loads. Room 1 has 4 loads, 3 lamps, 1 fan. Room 2 has 2 lamps. Room 3 has 1 lamp, 1 fan. Room 4 has 2 loads, 1 lamp, 1 fan. Room 5 has 2 lamps, 1 fan. Room 6 is the outdoor, which is 3 lamps, 2 on the front, 1 on the back. And that is for our single line diagram. For our data, we have the MCBs. For MCB number 1, we have what I said earlier, we have 3 lamps, 1 fan. For MCB number 2, we have 2 lamps. MCB number 3, we have 1 lamp, 1 fan. MCB number 4, we have 1 lamp, 1 fan. MCB number 5, we have 2 lamps, 1 fan. MCB number 6, we have 3 lamps.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Eli Adila binti Nasaruddin. My matrix number AE1900074. Okay, so I will continue for activity number 2. First, explain the purpose of neutral cable in electrical wiring installation. So, neutral wire is a current carrying conductor that brings current back to the power source to establish control over the voltage. Usually identified by its white color, it takes the unused electricity back to the transformer. Doing so allows the conductor's power to alternate and makes the circle of the electrical transmission complete. And then, a neutral wire is half of a full circuit. The second half is a hot wire. Neutral wire are only present in AC alternating current power circuit that carry the current in regular 240 volt circuit are white, whereas the one in industry or 480 volt circuit are grey. Next question, discuss the purpose of grounding in electrical wiring installation. The grounding wire takes the electricity that has built up during the malfunction and send it outside of your home back into the ground. The grounding wire is typically connected to either a metal in the internal structure within the appliance or on the external housing. When the malfunction happens, rather than having the energy built up in the circuit, it flows back to the ground and turns off the circuit. This grounding wire is a connection where electricity can safely be discharged without posing a threat to your appliance or electronics, or put you at risk with electrical shock. Last question, what is different between earthing and grounding? So first, earth is used for the protection of the human body in fault condition, while grounding is utilized for the protection of electrical equipment. And then second, for earthing, a circuit is connected to the earth as the earth, which is neutral earth, is an equipotential surface. While for grounding, a circuit is not physically connected to the earth, but the potential is zero with respect to the other points. And then last one, earthing is a preventive measure, while grounding is the backup pathway.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Emilia Adika binti Rudi and my matrix number is AE1900076. So the discussion of this experiment is the house plan with the load control by the MCB is drawn on A4 paper. In this experiment, the main switch, lighting, fan, guard unit and neutral link are all included in the house plan. The MCB in the house plan are labeled as MCB 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 respectively, while the number of load connected to the MCB is labeled as 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 lamp and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 fan. However, this house plan has an MCB that control all the load. Okay, to begin with, all of the MCBs turn off, and then the MCB 1 that control the load point of number 1 is turned on, followed by the 3 lamp and 1 fan. Following that, the number 2 is turned on, and the 2 bulb are turned on. The number 3 MCB will then switch on, followed by the 1 lamp and 1 fan will turn on, and then the number 4 MCBs then do the same thing as the number 3 MCBs, and then the number 5 MCBs turn on, and then it will turn on the 2 lamp and 1 fan. Finally, the number 6 MCB will turn on the 3 lamp, and then the outcome of the MCB in the distribution board is to determine by the supplier, who is cut out, and the neutral link, which is the connected to the consumer, who is the primary switch end. The conclusion for the experiment is we can conclude that the students are able to understand the wiring installation for supply system belong to the kilowatt meter and consumer control unit. Furthermore, students can learn a new skill, which is a skill to determine suitable cable sizing and current rating. Next, they also improve their skill in using a method of marking rod and color code. Students also know how to use proper tool according to the desired application. Okay, one of the new skills students gain from this project is the ability to sketch a house layout and a wiring schematic. Aside from that, the understanding of electrical wiring accessories and symbol was growing. As a result, this experiment was a success because the experiment goals were gained.